I got drunk one night and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna blow my head off, you know. I'm fucking done. Um, you know, I don't think I'm ever gonna get better. I grabbed the gun, I put 2 rounds in it, and I remember, I don't know if I was making a lot of noise, but my dad came busting through my door. He's like, "What the heck are you doing?" And he ended up tackling me to the ground with it, grabbing the gun. And I was just mean and belligerent, like yelling at him, like, "What are you doing?" And I'm sure they were wondering the same thing about me. But I was just like, I'm trying to kill myself.
Did you recognize substance abuse in any way the root of all your problems? You know what I mean?
No, not at all. Like, I just felt depressed, I felt anxious, and I wanted to feel different. That was my thing. Like, I didn't think what I was doing was wrong.
Yeah. Even though you just try to kill yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, it's only because I'm depressed. It's like there were so many other factors, and especially the drugs and alcohol was fueling it. Yeah, so this is all like when I was 26 years old,
Right.
and my mom's just like, you know, we've had this like conversation numerous times, like, you need help. You know, I was drinking, doing drugs, like I was buying this powder, and it was like a morphine powder, but I kept sniffing it and sniffing it, and I ended up blacking out. Like, I was on the floor of my in my apartment. I guess my mom showed up and seen me with blood all over my face, vomit, and they carted me off. I remember my mom, after I got released from the hospital after this event, she's like, "Tyler, we're done with you. Like, you're on your own. Like, we're not helping you anymore with anything." And I was just like, "Well, good." I just went back to doing what I was doing. I ended up ODing. I was like, I can either keep doing what I'm doing and probably die, or I can get help. I ended up texting my mom. I was like, I need help. Like, this was the first time where I reached out and was like, I'm completely lost. I can't do this anymore. And she didn't respond. And I was like, well, you know, I can just keep doing what I was doing, but like, I don't want to. And I was outside smoking a cigarette, and all of a sudden I see my mom flying through the parking lot. And I was like, oh, shit. She's just like, I've never heard my mom really swear before, but she was just like, she's like, open the damn door. And I was like, she's like, I'm so sick of your bullshit, Tyler, and screaming and yelling at me. And she's like, you're going into treatment right now. Like, she's like, where do you want to go? I'm like, Guiding Light. I've been doing some research on them. Once I got there, I was like, yes. Because I thought at first I was getting in right away, but they're like, you need to sit up front. And the whole time I was up there, I was like, am I even gonna get in? Like, I was in my head trying to picture, you know, what it looked like back there, you know. I was excited and nervous at the same time because they brought me in during a check-in. It was a Wednesday, I remember that. And like, all these people I didn't know, you know, and they all welcomed me there. And after that, like, I felt more at peace. Brian Elvey, I remember, pulled me into his office, and he's like, I don't think this is the right place for you, Tyler. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, this isn't a place where you just get sober. And I was like, well, isn't that the point? And he's like, there's more to it than just staying sober. And I think at that moment I started realizing that my behaviors were flawed too. So I got to look internally on that. And at that point, that self-awareness gave me the ability to recognize that stuff and work on it So I got to have like a deep internal look at myself from that place where I never had before. And yeah, I settled right in there, you know.
I'm in it.
You've been in it, I know. You've gone through some stuff from us giving it to you too. We pushed you some.
They didn't put up with like anything from you. Like if you were doing something, they would call you out on it. And that's what I needed, you know, because I was always like coddled and, just stop doing that, it's okay. And it was more like in your face. And I liked that because I never really had that before. So that feedback and like, it just felt like somebody else cared.
Like, you're all here because you want to have a different life and be a part of a community of people that want to have a different life. And part of that is calling someone out when they're not doing it.
So things got better. I've definitely improved relationships with my parents. Like, I know I did some wrong things, but I just didn't know how much it affected them. I remember my mom, she just said, we're so proud of you. And I don't think I heard that from my mom ever. Thank you for everything that you're doing, because the things that go on there are life-changing. I don't mean to sound corny at all, but most places are like, hey, your insurance ran out, see ya. But this place is more like they hold you accountable and it doesn't cost anything. They want you to stay there as long as you need to. It's changed so many people's lives, and I know it's changed mine.